This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
O'Reilly 200 on Speed Channel. We're under our first caution of the night. It happened on lap 8. We had problems with Brendan Gaughan and the 29 of Brad Keselowski.
See if we can take a look at what happened. You see Brendan was on the inside of another truck. Looks like maybe Robert Huffman, and tried to stay off of Robert Huffman, and in the process turned his truck around. Nice job by Brad Keselowski to avoid him.
Yeah, it's kind of the problems here in the 23 of Johnny Benson. Smoke coming out the right side.
Flat right front tire for Johnny Benson. See if they're going to throw the caution. The caution flag is out, so that will definitely was fine. He was on the bottom of the racetrack, and the truck just took off towards the wall. Fortunately, Johnny caught it in time, did not make any contact with the wall. Lost a lap. Interesting strategy there.
Outside of Ted Musgrave as they're running side by side. Musgrave able to get back out in front of Deborah Renshaw now.
Got a lot of side-by-side racing back here in the back of the pack. You see Robert Huffman looks to the inside.
Oh,
makes some contact.
Got on the inside of Deborah Renshaw. Look at the save if she can hold on. Renshaw onto the access road just outside of, or just in.
That last time, take another look at it. You see Robert Huffman's right next to the curb. I don't think Deborah either realized he wasn't there, Boris, or maybe she thought he was going to back off and give her some room, but they made a little contact and around she went. Hung in behind that lap truck. He needs desperately to get to the outside. That truck is holding him up. You see Jimmy Spencer drive by on the outside. John says, please somebody let me up.
And Jimmy Spencer, he's been in the pit a few times working on his truck, and it looks like he's getting it better and better and better.
John Andre, and he gets into the side of the 08 of Tam Topham, spins around, and look at the problems behind him. Timothy Peters involved in this, as is Ricky Craven in the 99.
That looked like a situation where John said, hey, I can't get by him on the outside. Let me see if I can get by him on the inside. Didn't look like there was enough room. They made some contact, and that allowed this melee to take place here. We'll have to take a look and see exactly what happened, but it looked like John might have made some contact, and that started that thing. See a little down on the inside. He makes just the slightest bit of contact because if 07 looked like he may have pushed the 08 down.
Phil, I don't know if John actually made contact with the 08. It looked like the 07 and the 08.
Out though, as we talked about, this could be a one pit stop race for him now. That may force him to that kind of a schedule. We've got 143 laps to go or something like that. So, you know, he may run another 40 laps, decide to pit then and say, hey, that's all I'm going to pit. Where we know everyone else has to make another pit stop too.
If the tires hold up, I think it's going to work for him.
Because the front end of Bill Lester, that number 22 Toyota, it looks as though he had to check up and did get checked up soon enough.
Probably a little chain reaction on that restart there. You see something. Watch the red truck left of your screen. Jack Sprague right there, the 16 truck. You see everyone in front of him had gone, and then all of a sudden Jack had to slow down to keep from running into the truck behind, and Bill didn't get quite the 47. Makes some contact with the, looks like the 4, and spins out.
Locks the wheels up, caution flag comes out.
Didn't hit anything, so he should be okay.
Going to get that truck back going before the leader gets there, hopefully. He needs to get it going, he needs to keep it running. Here comes the leader, David Rudeman.
He's going to go a lap down.
Oh. He drives down the corner. He's on the inside of Timothy Peters. Looks like he might have hit the curb and then bounced up into Timothy Peters, and then in order to try to keep from crashing Timothy Peters, looked like he grabbed hold of the steering wheel.
I'm sure Todd Cleaver's kicking himself for not listening to his crew chief who wanted to pit a little earlier.
We got to spin in the first stretch.
And the caution will come out, and that is bad luck for Todd Cleaver, but great luck for the other trucks out in front.
Yeah, David Rudeman, the Dennis Setzer, what a tremendous break for those guys. Well, I tell you, we haven't talked, Boris, about John Andretti. He's driven his way up into the 3rd position, giving that Billy Ballew, number 15, a great ride once again. She gets a little bit loose off turn number 2. Moves to the inside of the racetrack. You see Steve Park, the 62 truck, going to go by her, and then she gets sideways coming off turn number 4. Not able to save it this time. Makes her way into the infield grass. I'm not sure she's going to hit anything. Nope, does a great job staying off the inside.
Welcome back to the O'Reilly 200 on Speed Channel. We're under the lights, but also the yellow flashing lights as the 7th caution of the night has come out at Memphis Motorsports Park.
We saw Ted Musgrave slow down on the last restart. There he is back on the racetrack right now. Ted had a right front tire. Let's see if we can see what happens. See him drive all the way to the outside wall. The tire went flat as he went down the corner. Keeps it out of the outside wall.
Backside of pit road, as we see him get a little bit loose right behind Jack Sprague. Timothy Peters has problems on the track.
And so our 9th caution of the night has come out as the Bailey's number 4 gets spun around. He'll go the wrong way down the track, but he's doing that so that he can possibly make it down pit road. He doesn't look like he's going to take that option, though.
Look at your left. See the Ford truck of Timothy Peters. He was side by side with the 8 of Deborah Renshaw. Looked like he might have had a soft tire or something, because his truck looked like it was going along. Drove to the inside, couldn't quite make the pass work.
Very conservative restart by Ron Hornaday. Definitely doesn't want to do anything to jinx his first win, huh?
Second win of the season, hopefully, for Ron Hornaday. Problems with the 12 of Robert Huffman. Look at the damage to the front left of that truck.
Horrible break for Robert Huffman. He was in the top 10. He was the top 10th position the last time by. A lot of damage that you see to the right front. Also, the front of the truck.
Sure enough, we're hearing that the 17 missed a shift. That allowed Brandon Witt to make the pass on him, take over second.
Oh, somebody makes some contact with the outside wall. Trouble on the backstretch.
They keep going around.
That's 47. 50 did a good job missing it.
Eric Almirola.
Is that Mike Skinner? Like
yeah,
Mike Skinner's
a lot of damage
damage
on Mike Skinner. He had such a great stretch of races going here. Mike Skinner has been in the top 5. 4 of the last 5 races caused that accident on the backstretch. They had a big wad of trucks. We saw him on the front stretch. See if we can see what happened on the backstretch. The 47 got a little bit sideways, made some contact with the outside wall. Then he came off the wall, and the 5 truck of Mike Skinner had nowhere to go, made some contact with him. That could have been a lot more serious incident with a lot more trucks involved. There you see Ted Musgrave with us.
There's no way you're going to believe that, Bobby.
Nose to tail now. David Starr was...
Remember, the 38 is eligible for the pole. The win from the pole bonus put up by Craftsman. What is it, 18 grand?
18,000. And problems with Ricky Craven. He gets into the turn 1 wall.
Yeah, a lot of damage here. Yeah, a lot of damage to the left front and the left rear. Looks like he may have spun around and caught the wall driver's side. Look how that rear of that truck is pulled around to the right side. You see the obviously busted the radiator. You see all the water pouring out or down the racetrack. Outside right there. Well, he got a little bit loose getting in the corner. If a tire went down, more than likely it was a rear tire, right, Boris?
Yeah, the left rear looks up, though. It doesn't look like a tire went down.
We saw Ricky Craven squat down. I'm sure he is just wore out, and I just wanted to report on some of the drivers that have been brought in already that they're out of the race. Robert Huffman crashed, and he was taken in the infield care center, and he was treated for heat exhaustion. He's in the infield care center right now, still getting an IV. Also, Eric Almirola is still in the infield care center. He had burns on his feet. Just from the heat, nothing from the wreck, just heat exhaustion from him as well. So all drivers being treated for heat exhaustion down here as they come in.
They did the 2 of these drivers as far as lap speeds, and this time by Brandon Witt has the faster lap time by 17/1000th of a second. Ray.
This is actually the 9th race of the season that Hornaday has led, but when we look at the short track stats, Hornaday is going to be way out front in laps led. He came in here tonight with 119 laps led, and he's sure going to add to that tonight. So with just our 3rd short track race of the season, Hornaday blowing him away in the stats.
Ron Hornaday has the advantage over lap trucks because he gets there first. He can pick his way around, and Brandon Wood pretty much has to follow Ron Hornaday. Let's see if we can take a look at the speeds at the line and see who is the fastest truck on the racetrack right now.
5 laps to go. It's Ron Hornaday, the fastest. Brandon Witt, the second fastest. And now we see Dennis Setzer, the fastest truck on the track.
Yeah, but Dennis is almost 6 seconds behind this battle for the lead. So Dennis is pretty much out of contention if the caution flag doesn't come out. You see a great side-by-side battle. David Starr in the 75 on the inside. There's Brendan Gaughan on the outside. Brendan drives down the corner. David gets in the throttle a little bit quicker, and the caution flag is out.
13th caution, a record for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Memphis Motorsports Park. That is the 8 of Deborah Renshaw, and now look at, they're saying, oh boy, that is not what we needed right now.
Ron Hornaday's crew chief.
I don't know, green, white, checkered, I don't think it's a bad thing for Ron Hornaday with as good as his restarts are.
I think a shift, I didn't miss a shift. I don't miss shifts on restarts. He doesn't want to miss one right here. The green flag flies. It's a green, white, checkered finish for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And Ryan gets a patented great start.
Didn't get too far out in front of the 38 of Brandon Witt, though. Witt trying to hang on as they go down the backstretch. Next time by, it'll be the white flag. As they come out of 3 and 4, Ron Hornaday will see the white flag, 3/4 of a mile to go.
You see the 77 car go around the 46 on the outside of turn 3 and 4. And we have a spinner. Spinner in turn 3.
It's Jimmy Spencer spinning in turn 3 and 4. That creates smoke, but will it bring out the caution? As far as we know, it will not. And so, Ron Hornaday will try to hold up, and Hornaday has problems in the smoke. He gets spun around. The 38 comes by him, and it'll be Brandon Witt taking the checkered flag. Unbelievable. Ron Hornaday slowed in the smoke, gets into the wall, and now he's going to back across the start-finish line.
And when have you seen that?
Nope, not quite backing across. He will pull across forward. Unbelievable as Ron Hornaday gets spun around with the smoke in turn 3 and 4. He gets turned into the wall. Brandon Witt drives right by and takes the checkered flag.
Unbelievable. I think you never know on these green-white checker finishes. Brandon Witt, what a terrific job. He ran well all night. You know, you hate to see Ron Hornaday have trouble like he did right there on the last lap, but Brandon Witt, what a big win for him.
Amazing. You just never know what's going to happen in these NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series races. They're always exciting right to the end.
Look at this. The El Cajon, California native puts the front end of his Toyota Tundra up against the wall and gives the fans a show that they deserve. And how about that finish?
Now you know why we had a shot of Wally Rogers preaching for Ron Hornaday when that caution flag came out. Now you know why he was holding his head, because you never know on a green-white checker, and that's how we finish these truck races.
And remember, he just won his team $18,000. Brandon Witt was starting on the pole tonight. He wins the Craftsman Win from the Pole Award. Ray, who have you caught up with?
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.